defensive midfielder, 25 years of age, had a great season last year, and he is interesting a lot of clubs, especially from the Premier League, and one of those are Arsenal. As I said, plays for Mainz. Mainz don't want to sell him, well, at least they're saying they don't want to sell him. They would for the right price.
Kaishu Sano to Arsenal, new midfield update. Hello Gunners, welcome back to Arsenal Daily Talk, your #1 destination for the latest Arsenal transfer news, breaking updates, match analysis, and everything happening at the Emirates. If you love Arsenal as much as we do, hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and let's dive straight into today's Arsenal midfield transfer update. Come on, you Gunners! New midfield name enters Arsenal discussions. Arsenal fans, and while the headlines are dominated by Bruno Guimarães, there is another name now quietly emerging in transfer discussions. That name is Kaishu Sano. The Japanese defensive midfielder, currently playing for Bundesliga side Mainz, is now being linked with several Premier League clubs, including teams closely monitoring Arsenal's midfield situation. And this is where things get interesting. Who is Kaishu Sano? Kaishu Sano is a 25-year-old defensive midfielder who has rapidly developed into one of Mainz's most important players. He is known for high defensive intensity, ball recovery and midfield, strong passing under pressure, tactical discipline, consistency across 90 minutes. Since joining Mainz from Japan, he has become a key Bundesliga starter and one of the most improved midfielders in the league. Transfer value rising fast reports suggest Sano is now valued at around €40 million, and in some projections even higher depending on bidding interest. Mainz are in a strong position because he is under a long-term contract until 2028. He is a regular starter. His value is increasing every season. But Premier League interest is growing quickly. Clubs in England are now seriously monitoring him as a potential midfield reinforcement option. Why Arsenal are being linked. Now here is the key question. Why is Arsenal's name coming up? The answer is simple. Arsenal are actively building midfield depth for the long season ahead. Even with players like Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, new midfield targets being discussed, Mikel Arteta still wants extra control, depth, and defensive stability in midfield rotations. And Kaishu Sano fits that profile. Defensive midfielder, high work rate, press-resistant, cheap, compared to elite Premier League stars. This makes him a serious squad depth plus rotation option, not necessarily a first-choice star signing. Bruno Guimarães connection. But here is the important link, Gunners. If Arsenal succeed in landing a top-level midfielder like Bruno Guimarães, then players like Kaishu Sano become even more relevant. Because Arsenal's strategy is not just one signing. It is a complete midfield system rebuild where one elite star leads the system. One or two high-intensity depth players rotate. Squad depth is improved for Champions League football, so Sano would not replace Bruno Guimarães. He would complement him in squad depth planning. Transfer situation right now. So where do things stand? At this moment, no official Arsenal bid, yet Premier League clubs are monitoring him. Mainz are not actively selling. Player is focused on Bundesliga and international football, but interest is real and increasing. And if Arsenal decide to move late in the window, this could become a low-key but smart transfer target. So Gunners, here is the situation in simple terms. Kaishu Sano is not a headline superstar signing, but a serious tactical midfield option rising in value on Premier League radar. And if Arsenal continue their midfield rebuild, his name will likely stay in the conversation. Now I want to hear from you, Gunners. Would you take Kaishu Sano as a squad midfielder at Arsenal, or should the club focus only on big names like Bruno Guimarães? Drop your opinion in the comments below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications for daily Arsenal transfer updates right here on Arsenal Daily Talk. Until next time, stay tuned, stay Gunners, and I'll see you in the next one.